Hi Fiona, in this tutorial we're going to look at doing some updates to the funding information page. So this is the funding page here, and it's ordered chronologically in terms of the closing date, same as you gave it to me originally. Okay, so to make changes to this page, obviously we'll need to be logged into the administration section of the website, and from the left hand menu we're going to select Pages, All Pages. And that'll bring up a list of all the pages we have on the website. Now, the one we're interested in here is the second one, funding. So we hover over it, the title of the page, and then click Edit. And that'll bring us up the list of funding information on the page. So we can see I've labeled it all up so it corresponds exactly what's on the public side of the website. So you can see funding, Arts and Disability Connect, and over here we have it labeled exactly the same, so you should be able to see quite easily what's what. Now, the first thing we need to look at is if we want to delete an entry. So we know this one here is going to be, the closing date is quite soon, so if the date is not extended, you might want to go ahead, for example, and just delete that entry totally. So if you want to delete an entry, all you got to do is come over here to the right hand side where we have some controls, and you simply click on the trash can icon, and that will delete it totally. And again, as normal, when you're doing any type of page editing, when you've made a change, don't forget to update over here. Okay, so that's how we just use, if we want to delete a funding entry, we just simply click on the delete option over here. Okay, now we'll look at the next thing. We'll move on to how to update an entry. So let's say, for example, the closing date for a particular grant has been extended and you need to update the date. So let's just say hypothetically that this one here, the Social Enterprise Development Fund, let's say that's the closing date's been extended, so you need to update that now. So again, we move over to our controls and we click the down arrow or down triangle, and that shows us the content for that page. So we have the title, we have the text and the closing date. You can see the closing date there, and we have the button which links to. So we want to change the closing date, so we hover over the text section and we click the pencil icon, and that'll bring up the content of the text. And now we can go ahead and change the closing date, or you can change any, if you need to change any of this text, you can obviously go ahead. So now I'm not going to actually do any changes here, so, but again, you would just make your changes, click save, and then again make sure to click update. Now when you're finished with that one, you can just simply close it up. Okay, so that's how to update a funding entry. Now the final part of this jigsaw is how to create a new one from scratch, a brand new entry you want to put in for funding. Now what I would recommend you do here is that you duplicate an existing one. So here we have the option for, it's called clone or duplicate. So we click on that and we see now that's given us, created an entry for that. And what we can do now is open that one out. And now what we need to do is we need to change the information. So we'll just call this one hypothetically Fiona's test funding. And we'll pretend we change this text in here. Okay, so we just go ahead and change text we want. And then the final thing we need to do is to edit the button and we need to copy and paste in the link to wherever the funding information is. So you would just simply go to the website and go to the page where the funding information is, copy that page link, and then just simply paste it back in here. So you just delete what's there, delete that, and paste in a new section, a new link, and then save that. Okay, so now you've got your new funding entry. So the final part is to position it in the correct place. So what you do is close that up. We need to make the note box. We need to update that as well. Okay, so give it its label so we can tell them apart. And now we need to move that into the correct place. So we simply just hover over and we can pull that to wherever we want. So let's say we want that below the social development. So that's now there. And then of course we make sure to update when we've done our changes. Okay, I'm just going to delete that one now and just save that. And that's the end of the program. So see how you get on, Fiona, and let me know if you have any issues.